Good morning, it's George from Florida Parks After Dark. Hey, we are out here on 417. Now, Route 417 is one of two roads that get you from when you left the airport to the Walt Disney World property. So, this is the sad day. This is a video about your sad day when you have to go home. Yes, even in Disney, sometimes you gotta go home. So, we're racing to the airport right now, and we are... exit's about 10 minutes away, so we're going to give you a good view on this. We just passed the exit for International Drive. Now, many of you, when you came from the airport, if you came, like I said, there's two ways. There's 417 and there's 528. 417 is with the road I'm on right now, and most of you have taken International Drive to get to your resort if you were on Disney property or on one of the timeshares on International Drive. So we're picking up like you were leaving after checkout, and you're racing the airport. So that's what we're doing. So right now, the Orlando International Airport is big. You saw when you landed, that's what it is. There's two roads on either side. That 520 is one to the north of the airport, and 417 is one to the south. Both do the same thing, they come in. 417 comes much more directly into Walt Disney World, avoiding some of the very heavily congested roads that involve kind of the city of Orlando. Because you're really not in Orlando in Walt Disney World. Conversation for later. You're actually in a town called Kissimmee. I know. It's confusing. So, we're going right now right at the airport. So, it's a short hop, skip, and a jump on 417. Now, you'll notice there's nobody in front of me. And you'll think, my, this is going to be a lovely drive when I go to the airport. I need to tell you, it's 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday. It's going to be like this on a Saturday going to the airport. There's traffic coming into Disney World. Not many leaving, because checkout in the resorts is until when? 10 or 11 o'clock. So that 10, 11, 12, 1 is when this road will get very busy with people leaving the resort areas and now heading to the airport. So, here's the cautionary tale from Florida Parks After Dark number 1. When you landed and drove to your resort, because I'm assuming you have a car, because it's a driving vlog, you may have left at an odd time and traffic wasn't so bad. And you may watch this video and go, look, traffic's not so bad. Depends on when you leave. Orlando and the Kissimmee area is one of the fastest growing areas in Florida. Florida is the fastest growing state in the country. So the amount of cars that are here is mind-boggling. If you were on this road anywhere in the early afternoon to mid-evening, like 7 p.m., 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., this is a highly congested 3-lane road. Lots of cars, lots of exits, a lot of activity. So if you are hedging your bet, we're driving to the airport. Very important to know this. Assume more time than you think. I will also tell you this. If you have your phone and you do your map, it is very good at telling you kind of where the traffic is. Here's the problem. It changes here in a blink of an eye. So, be aware of it. Give yourself maybe a little more time than you think you might need. And I know trying to get the kids in the car when they're crying because they got to leave Mickey. I get it. But you also don't want to miss your flight. And that's part of what I'm trying not to do right now, is not miss a flight I got to go. So, we're racing up right now. As you can tell, we're not going so fast that we're passing everybody, but we're definitely making good time. When you go to the International Airport, we have an entire video on how to return your car to the car rental place. You'll see it in this video. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that. The car rental return in Orlando, they do have it down to a science. The car rental return area is actually in the center. So it's actually, you come into kind of part of the parking garage, and there's maybe 3 levels where you can drop your car off. Again, if there's a lot of cars being dropped off, it'll take you a minute. Getting all your luggage across a walkway into the terminal will take a minute. Through security will take a minute. So, this isn't a small, mid-sized airport. This is one of the large airports in the country. So, we're moving. Now, for those who have not been to Orlando for quite some time, you may remember a lot of construction, especially in the area I'm driving through right now. They have finished it, and they have done a wonderful job. This is a nice road. It is a fast road. There's a lot of lanes, so we you don't have to worry about lanes closing construction. A few years back, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, we had a lane closed for like 2 years, and it really made a bottleneck here. So we're past that. So yay Florida, yay Orlando, yay Kissimmee, getting that done. Really appreciate it. The road itself to the airport, again, not that long. Get off to the airport road. There's an entire, it's more of a highway-ish road. It used to be, and I'll do this is how old I am conversation. It used to be a little 2-lane road, one lane each way. It's called Boggy Creek Road. For you old timers watching this, you remember Boggy Creek Road, because all of a sudden it'd be a little road you jump off on, and when you were nervous about missing your flight, you got on this country road, and we're like, oh my god, how am I going to make my plane? Well, they made it a highway. So Boggy Creek kind of sits down below you as you fly along an interstate to get to the airport. So again, massive improvements. Here's your cautionary tale number 2. Parking. Let's say you actually have a car and you're going to park. Okay. I'm going to have to park. Now, some of you, if you're leaving for your vacation, parking is not going to be your thing. In case it is. Orlando International Airport, wonderful airport. I will praise it for a while. The thing that it is the worst at, and I mean underlying worst, with 7 lines, parking. The parking garages near the terminals fill up. They actually fill up. Their secondary terminals fill up. They have remote parking, which are big, huge parking lots right next to the runway, which is kind of a cool view. We actually have video on planes taking off from there. It gets filled up. They have to show you around a lot. So, you've got to really weigh a lot of that in when you're coming. You come in a high demand time, you come in a high time, and a lot of people are coming here spring break, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Assume parking in the airport is going to be a nightmare. Typically is. Alright, so we're already starting to see planes taking off from the airport just to our left. That's where the airport lies right now. So we are 1 mile out from jumping off, and there's Boggy Creek Road. If you saw the sign, it's 1.25 miles to that exit. But we'll jump off in about a minute here, and then go into the airport. But now you may see it on the screen if you peek, squint your eyes, and kind of look to your left. There's a plane flying in, so taking off. So it's kind of that hopeful thing that I'm close to the airport because I see a plane. All right, let's make our way over. The airport exit has 2 lanes. One that goes straight or turns right, and one that just turns right and you have to go. There's another airplane taking off. Oh, here real quick for you, anybody else. And this is, my kids say I have a lot of useless information. I'll give you another piece of it. Orlando's so big, they have 2 parallel runways. So you'll see 2 planes taking off at the same time, or 2 coming in landing at the same time. Do not get worried. Do not get nervous. It is nature of the beast. It's normal here in Orlando. I get it. A lot of other airports have one going one way, one going another way, one going... No, they have parallel runways. So planes take off simultaneously sometimes. So, alright, so here's the ramp. We're going up, and over, which is great. 2-lane fast road. So we just saw a plane taking off behind us, and now there's a plane taking off in front of us. So those are those parallel runways we talked about. And now if we make this turn, that's a Southwest plane. I'll be flying that very shortly. In the very far distance, if you peek, you see the tower. So we're driving in. We're going to be flying in, getting ourselves in. Now, go back to parking. There is valet parking. You go there and don't prepay, and they have to fill it for you. They're charging you crazy dollars for gallons. This shell right here, turn it, that right there, that's your best and last shot to get gas for your return your car. Strong recommendation. Go there. There's a Dunkin' Donuts if you want to get a cup of coffee for your flight. It's all right there. Okay. You're now starting to see, as we make this turn in a little bit, you're now starting to see the main concourse, the tower, a blue car cutting us off. And then you're seeing actually a jet driving across the road. Yes. Why did the jet cross the road? The jet crossed the road because the runway's on the other side. So that's where that's going right now. It's the really cool thing. When we first came here, we crossed the road with the plane, and we were all like, whoa. But that's just part of the runway we're going under right now. They taxied to there from Terminal C. So, okay. So part of me is going to get slightly distracted because I've been here many times, but every time feels new. We're going Terminal A. I'm keeping our eyes out for valet parking. Now we're on the concourse. Now listen, let's say you drove and you muffed it and you missed where you're supposed to go. It's a circle. Just keep going around, keep making a left. Go left, go left, go left, go left, then you'll be fine. I actually almost blew it to valet parking. Alright, gotta jump over, see? It's new every time. Alright. You do not want to go. Oh, there is actually other thing real quick. The other thing to know about this, there's actually Hyatt Regency in the airport. Kind of a very cool thing, but it's in the airport. You'll see it. We'll do a piece on that, but it's in the main airport. Okay. We gotta go to Terminal A, so I'm not gonna keep following this around. Okay, so even Florida Parks After Dark occasionally makes an oops. I think we made a baby oops here, so we will loop. I think actually we did oops. Yeah, I know, you're shaking your head to the TV. I would be too. I think we did it right. Yep, we did. All right, for those doubting Thomases, including myself, we're good. We're straight into Terminal A right now. We had to kind of get on the other side of the concourse, and that's part of it, and that's what always throws me. Here is your car rental return. Whoa! And there is a big white van. So they're trying to return to the van, and I'm trying to get over. Okay. Now you're going to go to departing flights that we spoke about. And that's the one thing to be aware of in an airport this big. The lanes move fast and change fast. So just be really aware where you're going. Now, coming up on Terminal A, we are actually on top of the concourse now. Valet is at the other end. And it is not super crazy today, so life is good for us. With that being said, listen, guys, I'm going to pull up here. We're going to valet park. Hoping valet isn't full. Go. All right, me and this guy are gonna go the same way. And there you go. So for a day it's $35, 3 hours $35, and we're here at valet. With that being said, we've arrived. We're gonna run now. You guys take care. Have a great day.